Welcome to the channel, Scott's Garage HTX. Don't forget the HTX. And of course, the bike is still apart from me taking it apart to put it to the painter, and they should be finished in a couple days. Fingers crossed. I can't wait to show it to you. But I also wanted to show you some of the carbon fiber bits that I put on there. We already did a segment on it, but I wanted to go into it a little bit further. I got another piece from that company, RPM Carbon, because I like the company so much. They wrote me an email saying, hey, how do you like the parts? Probably just one of their standard follow-up parts. And I wrote back, well, check out my YouTube. And they did, which is pretty cool. And they wrote me back. And let me show you what they said. It's all fairly positive. I watched your YouTube channel. It was tremendously helpful to getting this feedback, as we do not have an S1000R single R for our own test fits. As you correctly noted, very often carbon fiber parts have a different thickness than the OEM plastics. This means some not fully threaded bolts cannot fully tighten or be seated, as you have to use some spacers and grommets or other bolts. You need to understand that this thickness of a composite product cannot be influenced so easily unless we use sophisticated special toolings. It sure is nice doing this, but that also means several times higher development cost, which I totally agree with. Anyway, we appreciate the feedback about the front piece, and about the front piece, we made the necessary changes to make the part fit better. If you go back and look at my previous episode on fitting some of these parts, this was a little difficult to fit properly. It didn't. Now that's just not going to work. Hitch or catch like the OEM part did here. There's a bolt up here, but there's a slide in little catch right here that the original carbon fiber part had a hard time latching onto. So one, we cut the front deeper so it can fit better over the headlight bracket they're talking about right here. And they sent a picture, and I will include some of these pictures in the YouTube channel in this episode. Two, from now on, we will include high-strength automotive Velcro tape with this part. If you recall, in my previous episode, that's what I did to solve this problem. It is impossible to recreate this small hook inside that would hold this part in place in the same way as the stock plastics. I agree. Therefore, the Velcro is necessary. So they actually took, and they have a picture of where they're going to put the Velcro. They actually put the Velcro where I put the Velcro. So it's really cool that they did that. I'm very happy, super excited, YouTube turn, that they followed up on that, and they actually, some of my work actually made some changes to the fabrication, and I bet it works. So this part right here is fairly simple, and I can only imagine that it's going to fit the parts they use are very, very nice, and this part is going to fit nice and snug. It's not going to rattle around. I like that. I actually ordered some carbon fiber parts for the Ducati. Fortunately, I didn't know about the RPM company at the time. Let's look at that real quick. I got two carbon fiber parts from Ducati. They're dealers. It's an OEM carbon fiber part. It is the rear fender and this spring cover on the rear shock that I got. And there's nothing wrong with these parts. They look great. There is a little difference between the carbon fiber fender and the fitment of the OEM fender. When changing out the back fender mudguard from the plastic piece that's stock on the Ducati to the carbon fiber one made by Ducati, you'll see that the stock piece has this little protrusion on one of these bolts, while the carbon fiber piece does not. It comes with this little spacer right there to make up for that gap. What I don't know, what I don't know is any of the aftermarket pieces come with that spacer, or they're made like this. You might want to verify that before you do any online ordering and aftermarket pieces. But this is how the factory piece comes from Ducati. But after looking at these carbon fiber parts, I wish I had known about the RPM carbon fiber company at the time I had made these orders. Not because of poor quality or they look bad or anything like that, but what it actually is when I bought this Acura exhaust, it came with this carbon fiber shield, and it's in a twill gloss. And that's really the only carbon fiber parts I have on the entire bike at that time. So when I ordered these carbon fiber parts from Ducati, they come in a matte finish. It's still a twill design, but it's a matte finish, and it doesn't really tie in when you really look at it. And if you'll notice that the parts I got from the RPM Carbon Company is a twill gloss, and it just would have matched a little better. And it would have saved me a lot of money, quite honestly, because buying anything from Ducati, it's going to be a little bit expensive. But in the RPM Carbon Company, it looked like they were even having a sale going on at the time, and I probably would have saved quite a bit of money had I gotten from them, and they would have looked superb. I like the company. I like the way they responded to my email. I like the way they make their parts fit and look. So I guess, you know, I'm not getting paid for any promotion or anything like that. I just like to highlight good companies when you can, and I'm very happy with them. That's really all I have. I just wanted to catch you up on that. I hope you guys have a great week. We're going to show you that paint on the BMW when we get done, and there's a couple other things I want to catch up on. I've still been trying to get out to a smaller racetrack. There's a racetrack up in New Caney. That's a kart track, and take my kart there and actually get some moto time on that and work on my trail braking on this. I know the owner there, and he lets me get on the track every once in a while with the moto. So you guys keep on keeping on. We'll do those filmings. We'll catch you later.